Hola amigos de Smartcherry, sean muy bienvenidos a este 12º episodio de Smartcherry en Destino de esta temporada 2025-2026. El día de hoy, en este capítulo, vamos a estar analizando en profundidad lo que fue la semana 5, la semana recién pasada. Durante la semana 5, el promedio general de ventas, considerando todas las variedades, los distintos formatos de embalaje y los distintos mercados de China, el precio promedio por kilo durante esa semana 5 fue de 36,75 yuanes. En cuanto a diferencias entre mercados, durante la semana 5, Shanghai estuvo vendiendo en 6 yuanes más alto por kilo de lo que fueron los resultados en Guangzhou. Durante esa semana 5, el principal volumen en cuanto a variedades fue de Regina. Regina ocupó un 50% del volumen total, mientras que Lapins, la segunda variedad con mayor predominancia, ocupó un 40% del volumen total. Sweetheart solo un 5% y otras variedades como Cordia, cierto, porcentaje aún más bajo. Analizando lo que está haciendo esta semana 6, si bien durante la semana 5, empezó a recuperar el optimismo de que el mercado ya estaba mejorando, cierto, pero lamentablemente, amigos de Smartcherry, llegando ahora a la semana 6, la cosa no va mejorando, al contrario, el precio está bajando, principalmente por la condición de la fruta que actualmente se está comercializando. Pero bueno, para ir con mayores detalles de lo que está haciendo esta semana 6, lo que fue en su totalidad la semana 5 y lo que se proyecta hacia la semana 7, vamos con una entrevista que tenemos preparada junto a Eric Juan, de la importadora Lika Group. Okay, Eric, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. Yeah.
Eric, so first of all, I would like to ask you a little bit more about you, your experience in the market, and the company you work for.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Eric, and I'm working in the Lika Group. So I've been in this business for 15 years since I graduated from the university since 2010. So for the past 15 years, I travel a lot abroad, and also I spend a lot of time in the market.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you go like market every day, see how it's going?
Yes, I go to market every day. Guangzhou market, Shanghai, Jiaxing, Gaobeidian, all these big markets. Yeah.
Excellent.
Very often. Yeah.
Okay, Eric, so moving to our first question for this interview, we would like to know a little bit more from your point of view. How was the previous week, week 5, in terms of market situation, fruit quality, and market movement and prices?
Okay, so if you're talking about last week, it will be the end of January. Mm-hmm. So I would say from the variety side, the arrival variety is mainly Lapin. It's mainly Regina, and maybe very few Lapin. So I would say Regina from last week, I would say although the quality up and down, it's not so consistent. Some good, some bad. But I would say the percentage of the good fruit actually in the market is not that much, maybe less than 10%. So as for the price reference for the good fruit for 2-in-1, two jumbo will be like a 200, from 200 to 220. And jumbo will be like 180 to 190, but it's only for the good fruit. When we're talking about the good quality, is number one is we need the firmness. It's very firm, and secondly, for sure, is the eating quality. You need to be very in a normal way, because last week we received a lot of complaint from our customers and even from the final consumers that for Regina they find a lot of the change flavor issue. So that is the reality right now for the quality. And for Lapin, since it's the late part, for sure the quality is not as good as like the middle arrival. Yeah. Yes. Always you can find some soft issue and also some even the decay issue on the Lapin. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Eric. Eric, and now moving to this week, week 6. Okay, from the previous week, week 5, there was a lot of optimism that the market was getting better. People were, starting to get more confident. But what's going on right now? Moving to the week 6, what's happening now in the market? How is the situation? How is the quality? What can you say about this week?
Actually, because since right now we still have like almost 2 weeks away from Chinese New Year, and according to the past, for the two weeks before Chinese New Year should be a very hit sales period for the cherry. But like I mentioned, since the quality right now, people don't feel so confident on the quality. So actually right now for this week, actually everybody gets stuck on the sales because of the quality. Yeah, because of the quality. So if you're talking about how do we see about the selling price, I will say it's very negative. Yeah, because if from what we learn, like some of the retailers and also the supermarket even thinking about to stop promote the cherry, since there is a lot of complaint from the final consumers. So if that happen, for the rest of the season, everybody will face in a big challenge. Yeah.
Okay, so then this week, the price didn't keep rising, so it went down due to quality issues, right?
Yes, it's because of the quality.
And what are like the main quality problems that we are seeing during this week?
I would say number one, still the Regina, still the changing flavor, and also when people cut the cherry, they find some internal breakdown. Okay, which they lose the confidence, and also another quality issue is also some decay farm, and I would say for Regina, even some customers they check here in the market very good, but the feedback from the customers is when they take the pallet and then 2 or 3 weeks later the quality start to change. So which means the shelf life is actually not that long. So which means also cause the not so confident for the cherry for the sales.
Okay, I see. And Eric, like if you could give us like an example of price for this week, so people can have an idea more or less what they can expect for good fruit or so quality.
I would say for the good fruit, for the good Regina, still have the demand there. And I would say for 2-in-1, 2 jumbo will be like 230 something like that. For 3 jumbo will be like still like 290, but actually for that percentage of the good fruit is very less. Very less.
Very few.
Yeah.
Containers get to this quality.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, at this time, the market we have the demand for the market for the cherry, but overall the quality just doesn't support that demand. So which means cause this kind of negative sales situation for everybody.
Okay, I see.
Still, the quality is the key.
Quality is the key. Thank you, Eric. And moving to our last question. Moving through to the next week number 7, with even less volume of cherries arriving and getting closer to the Chinese New Year. How do you think this week is going to, handle, the volumes and the market and the situation?
Again, so everything, because cherry is still the fruit. Okay, the food is for eating. So all depends on the quality. All depends on the quality. Even the volume is not that much, but if you arrive with the quality that the market cannot accept, for sure the consumers they will not buy. They will not pay the price.
I see. Thank you, Eric. Thank you
for your time. Thank you very much.
Until next time. Thank you. Bueno, muchas gracias, Eric, por tu tiempo y por la valiosa información que acabas de compartir en esta entrevista. Amigos Smartcherry, como bien lo dijo Eric, el mercado en estos momentos está pasando por una situación bastante compleja. Si bien había un optimismo durante la semana 5, la semana recién pasada, con la mejora de los precios, ¿cierto? Que se esperaba que el precio siguiera mejorando hacia la semana 6, lamentablemente no fue así, principalmente debido a la mala condición general de la fruta en estos momentos. Comentándole un poco más de lo que está pasando en China, ahora estamos a 2 semanas de la celebración de Año Nuevo. Ya se ven decoraciones por distintas partes de la ciudad, acá en Guangzhou, que es donde nosotros estamos presentes, con faroles, ¿cierto? Muchas decoraciones de color rojo y representaciones, ¿cierto? Del caballo que vendría siendo el protagonista de este año que está por comenzar el 17 de febrero. Acá seguiremos nosotros, amigos de Smartcherry, siguiendo de cerca el mercado, viendo cómo se sigue comportando la cereza hacia la semana 7 para poder informarles oportunamente. Eso ha sido todo por hoy, amigos de Smartcherry, y nos vemos en un próximo episodio de Smartcherry en Destino.